So here are 3 quick tips on how to decode any tarot card using your intuition. So I highly recommend writing down your question, which I did here. What are the benefits of taking over the meetup group? So there's a meetup group in my area. I'm thinking, okay, if I'm toying with the idea of taking it over because, when the leader steps down, then they're like, you can save this group. So I'm considering it. So my question is, what are the benefits of taking over this group? So I drew one card. Let's turn the card over. So step 1 here is first glance. Looking at this card, first glance, what's my very first impression? Like every time you see something, you get a first impression. Is it good, bad, neutral, confusing, scary, happy, fun, depressing? What's my first impression? My first impression is good. Okay, so I'm just going to say, I see this guy and he's playing the flute. Good, okay? Doesn't matter what I know about the card. I mean, I've been reading for decades, so obviously that clouds my impression, or that colors my impression. And there's certain cards that I like in the deck and certain cards that I don't like in the deck and blah, blah, blah. But anyway, first impression, good. Okay. So the second step I have is, what was the question you asked before pulling the card? Based on that question, does this card seem to be positive, negative, or neutral? So this is the card in context. In the context of the question, does it seem to be positive, negative, neutral? So in the context of the question, to me, it is positive because it's an elder, which in this Gaian tarot, that translates to kings in other decks. So that's leadership, so it's neutral good. So because leadership is leadership. I'm kind of liking the idea of being a leader, so I'm saying neutral good on that. Okay. All right. So far we've got good, right? First glance was good. Second step, context of the question, it's still looking pretty good. Then on the third step, we have describe the scene on the card itself. Does anything that comes out in the description seem to hold any relevance? So on this card, we have a man. He's an older man. He's wearing a vest. He's wearing blue jeans. He's playing a flute. He seems to be content playing the flute. There is, I guess that's a butterfly up in the corner. I don't think that's a bird. I think that's a butterfly up in the corner flying. There's some clouds in the sky. It's a happy summer sky. I would describe that as a happy spring or summer type sky. And this man in the vest and the blue jeans is playing the flute, and a butterfly is flying. So there's not a lot on this card. So how does that seem to hold any relevance to my question? I mean, he seems at peace. So I would say the benefits of, I would interpret that as possibly the benefits of taking over the meetup group is that I could be in a leadership position and I could be at peace with that. Because, if you know me, that's not always the case. So, obviously, in a regular reading, I would pull more cards. The most logical next card would be, what are the downsides of taking over the meetup group, and then we can compare that to this card that I just pulled. But I just wanted to give you some, a quick 3 ways to approach any card, and have you practice that and see if it works for you. So let me know if you have questions about that or how that works out for you. And I'll see you next time.